Dev specs typically are characterized as incredibly powerful, rare abilities or items that, of course, are only available to the developer of the game. However, what if I told you that certain dev specs from the beginning of verse 1 are now obtainable by the natural player base? A lot of people don't know this, maybe they don't even remember, but originally in verse 1, Yap Pheno's spec was actually just Dawnwalker. See, the Dawnwalker effects, like visuals, Radiant Kick, and Blinding Dawn, were all part of Yap Pheno's own developer specs. Now, back then, we just characterized it as, quote, like hive magic. We didn't really know what it was, but now we can see that it's actually just Dawnwalker. Another dev spec from verse 1 that has now become obtainable by the majority of the community is the Astral enchant. Back in verse 1, Astral was exclusive to the developer Iltra, and for the lucky few that were granted Astral by Iltra themselves, you were given the Wishbound flaw. What this means is that you would incur sanity passively at nighttime. Now, this was only really an issue for low sanity builds, or maybe somebody who was no Life King in that equipped Astral for whatever PvE they were doing. But as you can see, a lot of dev specs from verse 1 have now been added to the game that the majority of the community can obtain and use. I'm 90% positive that it was either the Star Kindred collar or the Link Strider necklace that a developer was just using as a cosmetic back then, but I'm struggling to find the picture of it. It's deep in my memory. I feel like that for sure happened. But the point of this video is that there's a handful of developer specs still that I'm hoping kind of get the same treatment. So Lord Yogurt, actually, as a dev spec, can offhand medium weapons, including Storm's Eyes and rifles, as you can see here. If we're running with that same track record, essentially, of developer specs becoming available to the community years later with bigger updates, I think this would be a really cool addition to the game through Conquest. Being able to offhand rifles, or maybe just medium weapons in general, for Conquest gameplay, that could be a really fun mechanic. There is a talent shop coming for Conquest. This could be a cool, like, high-tier talent that you can get late into the game. I'm just spitballing. I think it'd be cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and you have a blessed Friday.